Hey everyone, it's Nighthawk. Today we're doing another solo Extreme Aatrox run, this time with Aurora. Let's get right into it. If you're wondering where I've been the last few days, I normally make, if not daily, multiple times a week, swarm content. I was out of town this weekend and I ended up getting sick, so if I sound a little iffy in this video, that might be because of it. I'm not quite fully over the hump yet. But we decided to make another swarm video. We're back to the solo Extreme content. I haven't really been playing a lot of Swarm recently, mostly for the aforementioned reasons. I've been sick and busy, but I wanted to finish out the series, try to make as many of the solo Extreme runs as I can. We're going to try to do all of them. I think I can do them. I think I've already done like 5 so far, so not that many left. And then after that, we'll see what happens. I may not make much more Swarm content. I know it's already kind of dying out a little bit on YouTube. People just aren't really interested in watching it as much anymore, and that's understandable. It's a fresh game mode, but there's only so much you can do with it, and people are probably a little tired of it at this point. So I've been enjoying making it. I never really expected anyone to watch these videos in the first place, so I've been really happy to get any sort of interaction with y'all, but I wasn't really expecting a ton of people to show up anyway, so we'll just keep playing it by ear, having fun with the videos, and hopefully people will still watch them. Since I last played, there was a patch, a pretty big patch actually, that buffed a few champions, nerfed a couple things, and I made a video about that. There's a patch notes video. I can link it in the description or somewhere. And Aurora was actually buffed since then, but it wasn't a crazy buff or anything. I don't think she's actually much stronger or weaker than she was previously. But they changed a lot of things, including Yuumi, the Yuumi weapon. So we're going to try out a few different things in this build. We can. Normally, you may be confused why I picked up Yuumi bot. Normally I would never pick up Yuumi bot, but she did get buffed pretty heavily. So I figured, I mean, we're playing Aurora already. We're already going to be in for a interesting game. Might as well make it as interesting as possible. Another thing that got changed was cross country. It got nerfed by 1% on each thing. Still, I believe, like by far the best augment. So we're just going to take it because it's nice and early. Should give us plenty of attack speed, or sorry, attack damage and health. Not huge fan of these. I don't know if cross country stacks with the health passive. I think it does, so I guess we'll go health. I'm a little worried about our damage. I do want to pick up Uwu Blaster, so I'm gonna hold off on picking up any more weapons or passives until I can get something that gives us a bit more damage, because I'm a little worried about not having enough damage to kill Aatrox, even with cross country. We could go damage. I mean, I just don't think we need the damage passive itself. Crit would be nice, but we don't have it yet. I think we hold off. Pick up XP here just to be safe. My damage is pretty low right now because I just have my main weapon and Uwu bot and Yuumi bot and Annihilator, so no like consistent damage yet. But I'm hoping that we'll pick up Uwu pretty soon. And until then, we're just gonna try and stack up as much cross country as possible. With my E, I'll be pretty quick. Last passives I want to get are probably. They've buffed a few things, like Cyclone Slicer's got buffed too, but I think it still doesn't fit in this build. We're gonna re-roll some more. I really want to get Uwu Blaster. I think I really need the damage. Projectile count actually would be a good idea as well. But there's just so many passives I want to take. Since I had to take pickup radius for Yuumi bot. Also, look how big Yuumi bot is with this area upgrade. She's going to be huge late game. That'll be fun. Yeah, I'm still not 100% sure. I'm a little rusty on Swarm. I haven't been playing for a few days. Been sick, like I said. So this will be an interesting run, but I think it should be fine. Cross country will carry us. Yeah, other than that, if you guys didn't check out, I did a video on a game called Supervive. It's like a battle royale MOBA kind of game. If you've played Battle Right before, it's very similar to that, especially the battle right battle royale mode. That didn't do very well, but I had a lot of fun with it. I wasn't really expecting that many people to watch it. It is a new game that nobody's really heard of yet. Oh, shoot. Projectile count? Or crit chance? I think projectile count. It's a new game that I don't think anyone's really heard of yet. It's still in closed alpha, closed beta. So it's really hard to even play. I think they only do play test once a month. So it's not very likely that anyone's even heard of it, which is why I don't think anyone really watched it. But I thought it was a really fun video. I had a lot of fun playing it. And if more people are interested in the future, I'll probably make some more content. Shit, though, that's on the other side of the world. Not getting lucky on our weapons just yet. We really need to get some more damage. We're going to have trouble killing anything. I'm going to try to grab this XP. This is the main problem with Aurora. Even though they buffed Aurora, it wasn't really anything that helped, like, her early game damage that much. A little bit, but not really. So, Death Wave, that's an easy one. It was mostly just bug fixes to her main weapon and her ultimate. So, I actually have to remember to use her ultimate now. I normally don't use it because it was really buggy before, and it would end up getting you hit a lot of the times. And supposedly they fixed that, so we'll see. Another thing they fixed, if you haven't played since the patches, they got rid of the hidden recall button. I liked using that a lot. Oh, shoot. I do want ice armor, but that would mean, I guess I don't need to evolve ice armor, but I would just have no damage if I take that. I'm going to have trouble doing damage. I think we need to take Static Sword just to give some wave clear. We're just not killing anything right now. Most of the kills we have are from the laser, which I'm not 100% sure even gives you like full XP values for what it kills. I'm pretty sure it doesn't. So we're in a weird spot. This build, there we go. Ooh, Blaster is going to help so much. Thank God. We're in a weird spot with this build for sure. We're mostly just trying to have fun with it. We are at a really high anima power. I think we're at like 85, so that does help quite a bit. And cross country is going to give us a lot of free damage, so I'm not super worried about our damage late game. But better safe than sorry, I think. I don't want to play Aurora more times than I have to. I've already had to restart this run a couple times due to bad starts. And by bad start, I mean I died. I mean I didn't like get an augment I didn't like and quit the game. I'm not like that. I just died. We're gonna pick up these cards. We'll save the next wave of cards. Usually I like to save cards, but I just need levels right now, I think. We just weren't killing anything until now. I think we have enough damage to start killing things now. I think I'm finally getting back into the groove of things. I'm going to need to remember to use my E on cooldown because I really want to try and get as much cross-country value as possible. Especially since they nerfed it. They nerfed it by 1% on each stat, which doesn't sound like a lot, but considering you normally get 30 stacks minimum, that's like a 30% nerf to each stat, which is a pretty big nerf. It's still very good. I don't know if I said it already. I think cross country is still probably the strongest augment, if not the second strongest. They also nerfed Ramming Runner, which is why I think it's also still just good. Because Ramming Runner got halved, I believe. Still good as well. Just not nearly as broken as it used to be. There it is. Look who decided to show up. I mean, we're taking it, right? The rest of these are useless. I don't think area size does anything for me. I mean, it kind of does. Not really. Long range is interesting. I mean, ramming runner is just the right choice, I think, but long range is interesting. I think we're just gonna go ramming runner just to make sure I have enough damage. Long range is an interesting thought, though. I don't really play around with it enough to know whether or not it's good or bad. I probably should have experimented with it, but maybe not on an Aurora run. Although I guess it would be one of the ones where I am actually doing long range more. Yeah, like I was saying about Supervive, it's like a battle royale MOBA. I have a lot of fun with it. It's very refreshing. A different style of game than I normally play. Doesn't feel like League, which is nice. I mean, it kind of has like a lot of League DNA, but it doesn't feel like I'm playing just a League clone, like Heroes of the Storm or any something. It has a lot of fresh takes on the genre, so I enjoy it a lot. I think some of y'all might enjoy it, so if you want to check it out, check out that video. It's like the last video I made. I think it's a lot of fun. And I might do some more content for it. I don't have a ton of games recorded. I kind of just did like an impromptu stream. It was sort of just a spur of the moment, like, oh, I'm enjoying this game, I'll stream it. And I ended up having some really good games. We had like a few good wins. Some of them were better than others. So maybe we'll make some more content. We'll see. I'll have to go back and look. All right, we're getting some evolves. Got our Guiding Hex evolved. Got Yuumi bot evolved. So one of the big buffs they did to Yuumi was they could actually mean that you have multiple out at one time. Before, you could only have one Yuumi out at once. Now you can see that I have like 5 right now. And I don't even have like a crazy amount of... Well, I do have a crazy amount of ability haste because of the Battle Bunny boon I picked up. But isn't that crazy? Look at all these Yuumi bots. They still probably don't do any damage. They're still probably bad, but come on. Like, how can you resist having 7 Yuumis flying around? Gotta remember to use my E just to give me more move speed so I can stack cross country more. We're already up to 13. Pretty good, not like amazing. We don't have movement speed, and I don't think we're gonna pick it up. I think we're gonna pick up crit. Yeah, I think crit would be the best way to do it. If we can find it. There's a chumper. I didn't even see this guy. Hello. Don't really need gold anymore. I'm not maxed out on a mana power, but I kind of don't really want to max out. I think I've already put too many levels in. Kind of makes the game unfun. Not unfun, but a little too easy. But I guess I shouldn't talk before we beat Aatrox. We'll find out. Let's see. Yeah, grab this XP. Level up our boys. There's crit. Was there anything else I would want? Like HP gen was the only thing I was thinking of. And I don't think we'll need it. So we're just going to go for crit. Nice. Get some evolves. Another bunny boon down here. Our kill count's pretty bad, but it should get a lot better now that I have actual good weapons. I think they changed it so that if you turn off auto-targeting... Yeah, so I don't know if this was like this before. Before, if you had auto-targeting off, the guided hex would just fizzle. Like, it would just, like, shoot out in all directions and fizzle. Now it still follows your cursor, so... I guess that's kind of a buff. I don't know. Doesn't really matter much to me. That's one of the main problems I have with Aurora. I just don't want to have to, like, drag my cursor around everywhere. Like, by the time I get my hex to these enemies, they're mostly dead to my other weapons anyway. So it's just like, what's the point? Oh well. I never claimed Aurora was my favorite champion. I haven't used my ult yet. You know what? Hold on. We're going to use the ult on the next wave of elites that we can find. Because I normally just don't use it at all because it was bugged before. But now that I actually have... Now that it actually works, I think we should try it. So let's ult. Oh, shit. Okay. Hold up. Don't die with the ult. That would be so... Oh. I didn't mean to pick that up. That's interesting. I'm still taking hits. Like, that's the problem I have. That was my fault, to be fair, but, like... I hate the movement. It just messes me up. Like, I wouldn't have taken those hits if I didn't ult. That's definitely a skill issue. So don't get it twisted. But that's just my play style. Also, I'm surprised they didn't fix these stupid things. Like, are they supposed to do anything? It says they wander around and apply hex, but I feel like I never see them like actively go out and seek enemies. Maybe it's just because I kill things too quickly. Ooh, here's the frogs. Always fun. Okay, we got our last augment pretty quickly. It feels like maybe they bumped up the Yuumi timers a little bit. Maybe I'm just not remembering how fast the Yuumi things spawn. Here's long range again. We could just take Juggernaut for free armor. It wouldn't give us much damage. Juggernaut or armor up might be the play, honestly, just to give us some survivability. We don't have a ton of survivability in our kit. I don't think we need more damage. I think it's armor up. I'm a little scared of just dying to Aatrox. Ooh, here we go. We're gonna get some cross-country stacks here. I'm gonna grab these cards. We're still a little ways off of evolving our weapons, so I'm hoping we can get the cracked ones off here. Okay, yeah, we're getting some of them. We might save one of these. Yeah, we'll save one of these just in case. There's one more wave of elites coming, and then one more Belveth trial, so we shouldn't have any problems getting cards. But better safe than sorry. I'd like to go into this with 5 evolves if possible. Max out our health, I guess. Up to 22 stacks on cross country. Not really as high as I was expecting. Especially with Aurora. I thought with all the free move speed you get off your E. But I guess I haven't been using it as much. We're pretty tanky though. We got like 4k HP. That's a decent chunk. No armor though. No armor passive or frost armor. So I'm a little worried about dying to Aatrox. I'll have to put in some effort. I am not the best Aatrox sword dodger. Anyone who's watched my videos will know that. So we'll see. Hopefully it's good. Evolving the laser this late is kind of... This is kind of spooky. This thing, these frogs will like one-shot you when you're in squad sinker, so you have to be really careful. Squad shrinker, not sinker. I should honestly probably just stand still. That way I don't accidentally... I don't want to stand still though. I want to get cross-country stacks. I just don't want to get hit by a frog and die. That would be sad. Okay, we're going to grab this. Evolve our weapons. Uwu evolves. Laser evolve next. You kind of want to evolve laser first because it gives you bonus XP and stuff when it kills enemies. But it just didn't happen this game, so I guess you can't really dictate that. Yeah, see it says increased gold and XP. So like technically you probably want to get that as soon as possible. But we didn't get it until the end of the game, so what are you going to do? Hit level 40, we have around 4k HP. A decent chunk of armor because we have armor up. We'll see what happens. Hopefully we can live. I think this is actually interesting. I never tried this. I'm going to get as far to the left as possible and see if the getting teleported to the cutscene gives me a cross-country stack. Let's see, we're at 25 right now. Oh, it does, 26. Okay, that's cool. So the teleport to the cutscene counts as distance traveled. So min-max your cross-country a little bit by hugging the left wall. Alright, looks like our damage is pretty good. Oh, interesting. He kind of just He kind of just loses track of what's going on if you go untargetable. We got our Yuumi bot beating him up for however how much damage that is. Probably like none. I'd honestly be surprised if Uwu Blaster, even with the nerf, does more or less damage than my main weapon. I feel like the main weapon just doesn't do anything. Maybe I'm not respecting it enough. But like we have, what is it? We have 600% damage right now. 700 when we're in your E. Like that's a lot of damage. So I feel like we should be doing more than this. But okay, I guess my build is pretty bad. I have 3 like super low damage weapons. Oh, I was kind of hoping going untargetable would keep you from getting hit by the chains. That would have been pretty funny. Alright. Let's see if we can finish this up without dying. I would love to be able to play a different champion, not have to play Aurora again. At least the E gives me some untargetability. Seems like they made the swords a little less scary. Maybe, you know what? It feels like the VFX is way better now. Maybe I'm just in a different state of mind, but I feel like the VFX was way messier before. You know, let me know in the comments if you've been playing a lot since the patch. Have you noticed like any major changes to the VFX? I know they said that they improved performance and stuff, but I feel like I'm having a way easier time like seeing his attacks now. I'm still getting hit, but I'm not, it doesn't feel like I'm like getting hit unfairly anymore just because I'm bad. That's interesting. Yeah, this felt way less hectic than usual. Not really sure if I just became like a godlike gamer. I doubt it. I kind of just feel like they made the fight easier. Or either they made the projectiles a little easier to dodge anyway. Okay, well that was a little anticlimactic. Usually I struggle a little more there. All right. Well, we knocked it out. That actually wasn't my first clear with Aurora on Aatrox. I did one before just to see if I could. This was like last week. And I got like a crazy run. It was like unnerfed ramming runner, unnerfed cross country, unnerfed something else. I forget what it was. So unfortunately that wasn't my first run, but this was my first run with a pretty bad build. So hey, hopefully you guys enjoyed that. More Swarm content coming soon. Hopefully I can make it a little bit more regular. If you liked this, like and subscribe. I think that some people are still watching Swarm content on YouTube. I hope we see some people still hanging out. If not, I mean, what are you going to do? I'll still make them. I'm having fun. And we're hopefully going to get Swarm Conqueror together. We only have a couple more champions to do. So appreciate you guys watching. Keep enjoying Swarm.